right. They think this is the retaliation of Putin. Anyway, we're going to talk about the bridge, the Crimea bridge that's been basically bombed in this terrorist-like attack by the Ukrainians. That is the bridge connecting Russia to Crimea, ladies and gentlemen. Happened a couple of days ago. A lot of people asked me to speak about it and tell me or tell them what my thoughts are on this. Well, it's the same as you guys. We all know this is a bloody terrorist attack. It was classical information that the Ukrainians got from the West. They placed a suicide bomber inside a truck and they basically tried their best to blow up this bridge. Now, what does it do militarily? Or what is the damage on the bridge? Well, for a day or two, they closed the bridge so people couldn't go back and forth. Trains were blocked. What is happening now? Okay, and they showed images on CNN of the bridge collapsing, and they used these trigger words on CNN and mainstream media saying the bridge is severely damaged. You know, just to build that story and that hoo-ha, Ukraine did a great thing into the public, the sheep believing that Ukraine is winning the war. Anyway, what it did was absolutely nothing. That's the bomb attack I'm talking about, the damage on this bridge. It was damage. They work around the clock to fix the bridge. So, by the way, trains are going again. There's 2 lanes open. Well, 1 lane opened where they divided into 2 so you can go back and forth from Crimea into Russia. It's a little bit backed up, bottlenecked at the moment, but things are operating. They were talking about, oh, there's devastation. This bridge is in chaos. Now the Russian military can't get their goods and, all that. I'm going to try not to swear. That crap. It's not true. The bridge is almost ready and fixed again. Spank and what's that saying? Spink and span clean or whatever. It's bloody brand new almost. Again, as they work around the clock fixing this bridge. So in my opinion, militarily hitting the Russians, it did absolutely nothing. It did this, 0. Okay, it was nice sound bites. It was now nice stories for the Western propaganda arms, to just brainwash more people into believing Ukraine is in control of this war. What does it do politically? Well, Putin is pissed off, ladies and gentlemen, because this is his bridge that he's very proud of. That's connecting these regions with Russia. Well, actually, Crimea is Russia, but you know what I mean? It connects them. And it's a beautiful bloody bridge, right? So it pissed Putin off. That is why I'm on this article. Look at this. Now they come back and they think this is Putin's retaliation. Because they tried to use a terrorist method to attack his infrastructure. They think this is his retaliation. But anyway, check it out. Let's go over here. Explosions rock Kiev in first attack on Ukraine's capital in months. Yes, Kiev is under fire, but I don't know if you guys remembered that back in the day Putin said, when the war started, he said, if you touch this bridge, I'm going to come for Kiev. So that is what he's doing, but this is not his real retaliation. We'll get to that. Anyway, so they have this videos, devastation that's going to play in the, on the screen while I talk here about what's happening in Kiev, and they want to blame the Russians already for killing civilians, and it's such a horrible thing, all these missiles hitting Kiev left, right, and center. This is the beginning. Because, ladies and gentlemen, Putin is about to declare war on Ukraine. That means the real war starts. That means this Mickey Mouse games are over. It's now time for the real war. And listen to me now, ladies and gentlemen. All this bloody Ukrainian flag emojis, they're going to disappear one by one. Because if Putin starts the real war, sending his troops in to actually, conduct war or execute war, the Ukrainians have 0% chance. Now, I'm a very fair person, and on this channel, everybody is welcome on both sides of the political spectrum. Although I don't agree with you guys, I believe we are doing things wrong here on YouTube. We must stop hating on one another. We must talk about these things, and everybody is welcome, right? So I want to give a big up to the Ukrainians for putting up a show. They got all these weapons and billions for free, although I think Zelensky is really using this money for himself. I believe there's some corruption going on. You must remember, Ukraine is one of the biggest corruption countries in the world. And Biden's best friends, obviously. I'm not even going to go there. But the Ukrainians did put up a great fight. But if Putin declares war and he sends in this warriors of him, and also the Chechen fighters that are backing Putin, this war will be over very soon, and it will be bloody and it will be ugly. That's real war. We already see Putin preparing bigger tanks, real military equipment, and real guns and ammunition. He was just doing a special military operation. He won the war. That's all the military operation. He completed his tasks of liberating these 4 regions, and it doesn't seem like the West want to let this war go because they make a lot of money funneling money through Ukraine. So Putin decided he's so close of declaring war on Ukraine, and this is where the real war starts. Now, this is what they talk all over here. Look at this. Explosions rock Kiev after Putin accuses Ukraine of attacking the breach. He don't accuse them. Bloody Zelensky basically admitted it. Look at the Western mainstream media and look at the comments under the videos and on Twitter and all these social media platforms. They are praising the suicide terrorist as if there's no tomorrow. They hate Saddam Hussein and Bin Laden and all this Iraqi bombing people, suicide bombers. But if Ukraine does it, by instruction of US military officials, so by the way, they praise this. Basically, Zelensky admitted it. We all know it's Ukraine. We all know who sabotaged the pipelines. Ladies and gentlemen, they are big friends. That people and Ukraine, best friends. They are in cahoots. They planned this. They are pissing off Putin. Putin is getting closer to a real war. And God forbid that they don't push Putin too far. Pushing Putin meaning placing false flags and blaming Putin for using military or bioweapons. You know what I mean? Military. Nuke weapons or bioweapons. God forbid that. Because if a nuclear war breaks out, we are all doomed. That's not what we want. I can assure you guys that's not what Putin wants. He's threatening them that it can happen, but he don't want it. I mean, if you look at Donald Trump is even scared. He's talking on rallies where he says immediate negotiations need to happen now between Russia and Ukraine to find peace. If you don't follow me on Twitter, go do so right now, and also on Telegram, because this is where I post uncensored stuff. Twitter's still a little bit censored. Telegram uncensored. Go follow me on Telegram. Link in the description. Link in the description for my Twitter account, also in the pinned comment. But I tweeted that Trump for America, Xi for China, Putin for Russia will save us from devastation. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the latest. I'm going to let you go. Have a good day. That's just all I wanted to talk about. The truth of what's happening with this breach, because a lot of people don't know what's really going on. The breach is basically in fully operation again. Nothing really bad happened. It was an epic fail from the Ukrainian side.